Sure did.
That was
Yeah.
easy. Bye.
All right, your turn, Lion.
Oh,
Or did you
lion
go
left,
to?
I guess. I don't know. I'm not calling you that. Oil. Are you
Yeah,
a Trump supporter?
I I did vote for him. Yes.
Okay. Do you still support him today?
Yeah, I guess I do.
Okay. All right. For TikTok purposes, how old are you?
I am 34.
34? Okay. All right. Give me just a second here. Hi, tubers. I'm so sorry. My apologies to you all is that I pressed the button one too many times on the Oscar Bravo Sierra and it ended the live. So my apologies to you all. But we are back, tubers. And make sure you're doing all of the good things. If you're new here, then by all means, make sure that you like the stream and subscribe. If you're not new, like the stream. Keep the chat going. Do all of the good things, guys. All right, all other good things. And let's get back into it. Okay, so oil. All right. Why are you still supporting Trump?
Well, I did like what he did with student loans. I thought that was a positive change that he included in his one big beautiful bill thing.
What did he do with student loans?
he capped the actual like maximum loan that you can get for
Oh
professional
yeah, for
schools.
professional degrees. Yeah, like
Yeah.
for doctors and lawyers and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
And then he
hmm
removed professional designations from like teachers and also from nurses. So now they don't get to get those, those federal grants, those loans.
So, I mean, we have a student loan crisis in this country, right? I mean, our student loan uh, debt amount is somewhere around 2.1 or maybe it's even about 2.4 trillion dollars now. But before
Crisis?
you wouldn't
What? You call
consider
it a
over
crisis?
2.4. Yeah, it's pretty bad. I mean, students are like, under severe
Hmm.
pressure under loans, like predatory
Hmm.
loans like this. It puts people in a
Hmm.
pretty bad situation. Do you not agree?
Hmm. So what's crazy is that there was once a president who tried to do something about those student loans to help that crises that you speak about. What's his name? What's his name? Donald Trump or was it Joe Biden? Which one
I
was it,
think both
Hector?
of them. I think both of them did like tackle the problem in separate ways.
Yeah, no. Joe Biden actually did this thing where he forgave student loan debt. All Donald Trump is doing is reducing the amount that people can actually borrow to get these professional degrees. So then instead of going into debt in regards to like, let's say a federal student loan, what they'll be doing is they'll be going into debt via a private loan because he capped it for doctors at how much was the number? Was it $250,000?
Yeah, it was anywhere between 50 to $100,000 per tuition year, I believe.
Yeah, and so and this is a graduate for a graduate degree, by the way, just in case the
Yeah.
chat needs to be aware. This is for graduate degrees. How much is a doctor's degree, a medical degree? I'm sorry. Go to sleep.
Well, prior to this change, with an uncapped amount of loan that you can apply for, I mean, the tuition cost was just gradually rising at like an exponential rate
It's
year
still
over year.
rising, so there's that.
Well, that's the thing, right? I mean,
I
if
just want you to
you
tell us the
offer
number. How much does a medical degree cost on average?
so for an in-state student, you're probably looking at somewhere between I want to say about $80,000 per tuition year over a 4-year program. And if you're an out-of-state student, it probably croaches up to about $100,000 to $125,000 a year.
And how is this supposed to help?
Okay, so like I was explaining, right?
Because
If
what's
you
80 times 4?
are you going to allow me to respond, or are we just going to
I
go
am gonna
over?
allow you
Okay,
to
so
respond, but you didn't really give the people the numbers. What you did is you asked people to do a math problem. All right. And if they're gonna continue on the conversation, they're gonna come to the point late. All right. So 80 times 4 is what again? $320,000, right? Is that more than 250,000, which is the cap?
yes, it is.
Okay. All right. So we already face a doctor shortage in the United States of America, do we not? We have a shortage of physicians, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So how is capping the amount that they can actually borrow to complete their studies to become a physician going to incentivize people to actually become doctors. They're going to have to take out private loans in order to do so. That's what I'm trying to understand. Like, what's the
And
benefit of this?
if you would allow me to respond, I'm
If
trying
you
to
say that
explain the
again, I won't.
perspective.
So just get to it.
Okay, look, the problem with the loans is that if you offer a blank check to a university, they can effectively set any price that they want, knowing that the federal government is just going to foot the bill, right? You can't have a system where you just allow costs to just rampantly go crazy, right? You have to introduce checks and balances in order to quell the price of university. It's not necessarily that the university's costs just went like through the roof, but if you have a faucet that can't be turned off or won't be turned off, then there's no reason for a university to ever, temper their costs for education. So you have to deal with the problem at the very top. That is, dispersing this insane amount of money, because it is true, right? We have a doctor shortage. People want to go to medical school, and become professionals, which is perfectly fine. But you also have to look at the other side of the coin, where can someone who goes to medical school be able to service these insane amount of loans? I mean, those numbers that I was giving to you, that's prior to anyone ever considering doing a residency or even specializing in a particular into a particular field of medicine. So, I mean, for example, for orthodontists, if you have someone who goes into dental
Okay,
school,
this is why I didn't want you to ramble. Like, seriously, because I knew you were going to do that. Like, give us a break, please. All right, you're not making your case. I just want you to be like honest. All right, medical
what?
schools have not decreased tuition. All right, you were doing a word salad, friend, is what you were doing. All right, and it's like just
Well, you had asked me. I'm just trying to explain the point,
toss the
right? If
salad,
you have
toss the
someone,
salad, toss it.
are
Yeah,
you trying to engage in a
I
conversation, or are
am
you just
engaging in
trying
a
to farm?
conversation.
Well, no,
What
you're
you're
just.
doing is what you're doing. All right, is you're talking in circles. All right, you're repeating yourself, hence the talking in circles. All right, you're using unnecessary words because it's like, bro, we get it. What you're saying is you think that this is going to lead to, all right, the tuition prices coming down. But what we have seen already is that even though this is already in place, all right, that the tuition hasn't come down. The data shows us that the tuition prices have actually risen in the year of 2026, and they're expected to continue to rise. All right, because for private medical schools, all right, the price is up by 3.5%. All right, for public, all right, if you're going out of state, it's up 2.6%. And if you're in state for public, it's up 3.4%. All right, and this is according to college tuition. All right, so we have that part.
This
It's
is
not
simple
bringing down the price.
economics.
Why not? I'm going to ask you a
It's simple
question.
economic. Sure.
Why not? Why instead of punishing the people, all right, who are looking to acquire the degree, especially in the field that we already have a shortage in, okay, why not put a cap on tuition?
You can't impose a cap
Why
on a
can't you?
private system. No, that at that point you're interfering with with free trade. That's simple. The point is you have a federal government
You can't put a
that is
cap on it.
writing just blank. You can't. You just cannot tell a
Why
university you
not?
cannot charge this amount.
Why can't it?
That you can't tell any business in this country that you cannot charge more than what they want to charge, right? That's why there's competition in the market.
Yeah, you're
Are
thinking in a
you're serious?
capitalistic. You're thinking in a capitalistic mindset, but
Well,
if it's
where do
a
you
public
live? Where
institution,
this is a
oh, I'm
capitalist country.
so sorry. All right, but if it's a public institution, all right, so like one that's done by the state, or if it's done by I don't know. Also, another thing, schools aren't supposed to be for profit. I just want to let you know that a
Okay.
private school, they're not supposed to be for profit. Even though we have had some profit schools like University of Phoenix, like that was wicked. All right, and or what's that one? I don't know what Hector's doing, but what's that one where the guy was outside of the wall? He wore the oh, you're just sitting on your couch anyways. Everest, that one, the one that Trump went to. So that's cool. but those are for-profit schools, right? But actually, accredited schools aren't for profit. All right, and also what I'm searching for, because I don't believe you. Um, and if you're right, you're right. But if you're wrong, you're wrong. I don't believe you when you say that the federal government can't do a tuition cap.
I don't believe that they can.
Okay.
And I
I
would
love how
love to
you.
be
I love how you
corrected.
keep changing your language, though. All right. Can the federal government place it? We'll see. Guys, keep tapping the screen. Let's get the likes up to 150,000 likes and continue to share and repost the live. All right. Let's see here. Let's see here. Okay. So, in regards to it, all right, what they can do, it has nothing to do with capitalism, by the way. So, nothing to do with free trade. So, that part of it would be wrong. All right. But the reason why they wouldn't be able to just implement a federal tuition cap would be simply because, as I was mentioning, the state. So, it'll be on the states to actually implement those things. So, there'll be that. And then also in regards to how we do financial aid. So it doesn't have anything to do with capitalism because they're not for profit, but it would be basically because of how they're ran, which is again typically by the states. So it'll be on the
Okay,
states
so
to
they
act in
so
regards to
the
tuition
state
caps.
so
Hmm.
the state has the power to cap a university's tuition rate.
Yeah,
Okay, so why have we not seen that at all?
there are some states that have placed like programs in place for people to go to school and have tuition caps. Let me see
Okay,
here.
I'm just learning, right? I'm not
We're
like
learning at the
arguing
same
with you.
time.
Where does so can you give me an example of where that happens? Like where do you have so when you say cap a tuition, are you talking okay, like a university cannot charge X amount of dollars or they can charge X amount of dollars, but anything above that, the state essentially subsidized the
All
remaining
right,
amount.
so in Colorado, they have implemented tuition freezes and caps in various years for public institutions. In Minnesota, they've used a statewide tuition freeze for public colleges. Illinois has implemented multi year tuition freezes at public universities. Ohio has capped annual tuition increases for public institutions. Oregon has used tuition caps tied to state approval processes. So, yes,
Okay, and
there
these
are
were
different
these
states.
and
Hmm.
these were at the post grad level.
Yeah, at public universities.
Okay. So how so I guess I'm just confused. How exactly I mean, how does that work? Like how do you have a university? I mean, this is a university that's completely funded by the state then, correct?
Yeah, it's a public university, so it's funded by taxpayer money.
Funded by taxpayer money. Okay. Well then
Oh,
maybe I
and
just
Andy, that was so cool. Thank you for the sky drip. Oh wow, Shauna, thank you. Those were so cool. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. I'll draw some hearts in the chat. Okay, go ahead, Oil.
so I guess the question is if the state is capable of effectively capping tuition, right?
Mm-hmm.
To make it more affordable for their students to get educated.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't involve any, I mean, it has no, I mean, there is no federal bearing on whether a state does that or not.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't we see that sweepingly occur like across the country?
I don't know. You gotta talk to your state about it. That's all I can say. I don't know why they don't do it.
Well, I mean, if we have it, look, well, the state policy is separate from like Trump doing whatever the hell he wants, right? So if we have a doctor shortage, and if we have all of these situations like occurring, why wouldn't the state do this in the first place?
What state do you live in?
I live in California.
You live in California? Okay, all right. I suggest you just like write Governor Newsom and find out why. I'll send an email to Hobbs and see why they haven't done it here in Arizona. Like, what do we mean? I think it would have to
Well, we're
be a
we're
mix
describing a
of,
problem, right? And
well,
this
to
problem
say
can be
why they
resolved at the
haven't
state level.
and to say why they haven't done it, I wouldn't be able to answer that for you. All right, and what I can say is this possible. It's possible that in some states they may not want people to actually go to college. We have some states that do really, really awful in education, like Oklahoma and Mississippi, Louisiana, pretty much red states. do awful. They're pretty much anti-intellectual. I don't see if they have any need, if they have any need to actually incentivize people to attend college. So there's that part.
Sorry, I guess the phone disconnected there. I mean, I guess I don't really agree with the whole anti-intellectual argument for states. I think that's reaching. I mean, if the
Really?
state can solve the problem, the state should have solved the problem. But if they didn't solve the problem and the federal government has to step in and do something,
But
why wouldn't you consider that to be a solution?
but what it is that you're talking about is you're talking about what ought to be versus what is. And so that's when you run into a problem, because we can list off a gazillion reasons as to why something should be a certain way, why it should be a certain way. All right. But the meat of this is the fact that Donald Trump has placed a cap on the loans. All right. The amount of loans that people can actually take out to acquire these professional degrees. All right. And one of the main issues with that is that the US, again, is already experiencing a physician shortage. And I think it's like by 20, I think it's either 2030 or 2036. I can't recall which year it is. I read it about, but I can always look it up. Is that like we're gonna have like one physician for like what I think it was like every 100 patients or something crazy like that. Let me get that for you because it's actually very important. I think that people should know about it. All right, but you
Yeah.
can go on.
Yeah, no, and again, I don't disagree with you. Like, yes, we have a physician shortage. It would be nice to have more doctors for, access to healthcare, right? I guess the whole point that I was just trying to address is that if the state has the power to do something about the problem, yet does nothing about it, you can't like be upset about the federal government attempting to solve the problem themselves if the state won't do it. It won't do it themselves, right? So
There we
when
go.
I look at it just on a numerical standpoint, if we have a student loan crisis and you offer the university a blank check, I mean that puts the student at like in a really bad position. I mean these are pretty predatory loans, like even at the federal level before Trump was in office.
Then why
I
not
mean
revamp the system then? Like, think about that. Again, you have to think about what it is that you're saying. Pretty much what you're, because I need you to understand what it is that what you're saying. Okay, I'm not upset with you. I'm just saying, like, I really think about what it is you're saying. Okay, if you're bringing up that the issue is that the loans were predatory, then why not
Mhm.
attack the predation? Why not go after the companies that are being predatory? All right, because guess what? The government can, in fact, force them to change what it is that they do. They can, in fact, place interest caps. All right, they can, in fact, impose the loan terms that these companies do. So why not go after them to do that? Why are you
well the
attacking the student, the consumer? All right, why are you
well the
preventing them
interest
from
rate
being able to get a degree?
Well, the interest rate is not from any private institution. It's from the federal government. They set the interest rates for those
Um,
loans.
no, they set the base interest rate. All right, if it was
Hmm.
just going by a base interest rate, then we wouldn't be sitting here saying that it's predatory now, would we? All right, think about that. All right, so when these
Well,
loans
it's
have a 30% interest rate or a 50% interest rate or a 60% interest rate, that is way and above what the Fed has set. That would be considered predatory. Or when they set these terms for these loans that you can pay it back once you finish school, and then once the person finishes school, all right, they have $1,000 payment, or they end up like if they're almost finished, they end up with a balloon payment. All right, why don't we
yeah.
go after the companies who are setting these terms? All right, and because the government again can do so and say, hey, you can't set these terms. These are the type of terms that you can set. And I know that we can do that. All right, because during Barack Obama's administration, what they were able to do was they were able to do that with credit cards. They were able to do that with credit cards, and they also changed what the banks could charge in regards to overdraft fees and how they could charge them. So I know for a
Okay.
fact that when it comes to the finance industry, all right, our government does have a say so, and they can do that. So again,
Well, federal,
go ahead.
yeah, I mean, these student loans are not at a 30% or 50% interest rate. The average interest rate when a loan dispersed by the federal government is around 7%. So that's where it's at right
So
now.
why are you calling it
But
predatory then?
well, when you have a student who is just graduating, like a young person, sometimes they don't understand the gravity of what they're getting into. That's exactly what I'm talking about. I mean, you have this at all levels. I mean, if you're 18 years old and you're trying to go to college, you're trying to go to, afterwards a post-grad program, sometimes these students don't actually understand the gravity of the situation where, on the federal student loan application, there is an actual box that you can check where it just allows the university to just tell the government this is the tuition, just an unchecked and unrivaled amount. That's what I mean. Like when people apply to these programs, sometimes they don't really understand how much they're actually like putting into it. So my argument is just if you introduce some kind of cap at the top, there's a possibility, not saying like an absolute surety, but a possibility that if the university cannot siphon everything that it possibly can from like an unchecked like faucet of money, perhaps we will see like a quell in tuition cost. Because yes, I mean you have external
No.
forces. Why not?
No, because of the simple fact that they already saw that this was coming and they didn't do anything to change it. We already went over the fact that the that private institutions increased by a little over 3%. In-state public tuition increased by what was it 3.4%, and out-of-state public tuition increased by like it was a 2.1%. Right, so they already knew that this was coming, and they did not
They
decrease their prices.
I don't
All right,
think
we're
this
facing.
universities I don't think the universities knew that this one big beautiful bill was going to pass with these student caps. I mean, we can say that the tuition has increased year over year, but this just got implemented just recently.
Yeah, in July
So we
1st.
don't have any, right, so we don't have any actual data on what it actually will do, right? We can only just infer, okay,
So what it is that you're doing is that you're hoping that this will bring down tuition costs, is what you're hoping it'll do. All right.
yeah,
And you know what? You know what? I'm with you. I hope, you know what? I'm gonna keep hope alive also. And I hope
yeah,
that it does bring down tuition costs, even
100%,
though that we
yes.
know that it won't bring down tuition costs. All right,
I mean,
because what would be the purpose of doing that? All right. But I want to let you know something that it is the US, the United States of America is actually facing a doctor shortage that is estimated to go up to 86,000 deficit by the year 2036. So in 10 years, we'll be short by 86,000 doctors. That's that data. And this
yeah,
data was reported prior to these new loan rules going into place. So when you have people who can't afford to pursue the degree that they want, okay, all right, what that does is that leaves us with a populace who will not get the care that they need, which goes along with Trump's plan just to move this forward here because they already have. Wow, you are that was wicked. How did I get Hector? How did I get a puzzle piece with over 800 people up in here in the chat moving? That was weird. Hmm. I don't know.
It's a glitch.
Oh, okay. Chat, pick up the pace. Tap, tap, tap that screen, y'all. Y'all not tapping. That's the problem. I really don't know, but tap the screen. Okay. Thank you. Appreciate you all so very much. Okay. Um, because in order to get the degree here, all right, I think I need to bring it back. In order to get the degree, the main point is that people are going to have to take out private loans. All right, the private loans are based on things like your income is based off of your credit worthiness, is also based off of what it is that you're getting your degree for, and it has a higher interest rate because they can cap out at right now up to 15%. Whereas with a federal student loan, it actually does cap at 9%.
so
So you're just
interest
being
rates with
more
private
likely to
banks,
get
most
more
most
loans.
students are encouraged to refinance with private lenders because their interest rate is lower, not higher.
Well, the interest rates on private loans do run from 5% to 15%. And so again, all right, if you're able to refinance, fantastic, wonderful, great for you. All right. Not everyone is going to have that ability. All right. And
Why
then
not?
also,
Why
when
wouldn't anyone
everyone,
have the
okay,
ability?
again,
Most no, I'm curious why you don't believe people would not have the ability to refinance federal student loans with a private lender when that is encouraged from day one. I mean, private lenders love student loans, right? They love them. They want them on their books. That's something that happens every single day. So if you have a doctor graduating, I mean, a private lender looking at that is most likely a doctor is going to pay off their loans. That's a low risk loan. So they offer lower interest rates for educational debt.
first
So
of all,
most
I'd like for
people,
you to provide the data that shows that these private companies love federal student loans. Additionally, also, another thing is, I said it earlier, it's credit worthiness. Okay. So if you don't have the credit, all right, then you don't get the private loan. That's all that there is to it.
I think that's served differently when it comes to education. I think there's very different between applying for like a car loan and applying for an educational loan. Those are classified in two different
Do you have
ways.
access to a second device, or do you have a smartphone in
Yes.
your hand? By all means, use your second device or a teacup. Okay, all right, and then I just want you to see this right here. Just put this in. Okay, for a private student loan, what do the rates vary by? Put that in and see what happens. Okay, because yeah, Hector, are you going to go get your ashwagandha? Thank you for the cake.
Average student loan interest rate for 2026, private student loans, including refinance loans, can start as low as 2.84%.
That's not what I asked you. I asked you, what do the interest rates vary by? All right. If that doesn't work
Okay.
for you, you can look for the qualifications, or you can look at what factors do they look at, like however you want to word it. It's all about your credit worthiness. Is all it's about. It's about your credit worthiness. You don't just get the loan because, hey, I'm going to be a doctor. You don't just get the loan because of that. Not
I
all
had
doctors make $500,000 a year. Not all doctors even make $200,000 a year.
I'm looking it up as we're looking over here.
Bruh. Anywho, chat. Hope everyone's having a great night.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and
I mean,
girls,
yeah, I could.
theys, thems, and MAGA. Welcome to the live. You are watching the Erica Effect. I don't know the specific name of this show. I need to do that before I start this. While you're here, you guys can do a couple things. First and foremost, if you're not following Erica, hit that follow button in the top left corner. She is live just about every goddamn day. I don't know how she does it, except for Tuesdays, but she still be panel hopping like she is. And after you hit that follow button, make sure you send your daily heartme's. It's that button in the top left corner. Once you click the follow button, send your daily heartme's. Consider becoming a fan club member if you haven't. You get a couple free stickers, such as Kevin Hart saying, "Help me," and I'm gonna add the nigga. Also, share out the live with your friends and family, repost, add it to your story. I know you know someone who needs to hear this information. And if you don't, get some friends, please. It's a tough world out here. Look at the gift goal up in the middle, kind of the middle. We just need 10 more of the little gold boxing gloves. So make sure you send those, and every single boxing glove is a box of this man's misinformation. While you're at that, also ensure that you consider becoming a TikTok super fan. And if you don't want to do that, you can always hit up the links in the bio. Links in the bio is going to take you to several different things, such as Erica's other social media platforms, such as YouTube, which she's dual streaming to right now, the shop, ericaeffect.com, other resources, and of course, the best ways to support this stream is going to be her links in the bio. Not the skedaddle.
Why'd he leave? Why'd he leave? No.
Motherfuckers can't do no PSAs or announcements without.
Come back. No. Why'd you leave? No. No.
For fuck's
come
sake.
back.
Anywho's,
Is he back?
Zelle, PayPal, and Venmo. Erica Effect or everything with Erica9 at Gmail for the Zelle. Make sure you're hitting up those links. She does not have Cash App. You may use mine. Make sure if you use my Cash App for her support that you put for Erica in front of it Otherwise, that shit is mine. Those of you on the YouTube side, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, turn on notification bells on your way in or your way out. And if you would like to support the stream, you may send a super chat or a super sticker. On that note, I'm on mute.
Is everything, thank you, Hector. Is everything with Erica on PayPal and Venmo? Thank you so very much. And guys, make sure we're taking care of Hector while he's here. Hector has to eat, and he also needs to take his ashwagandha. All right. I don't recommend the last part, but there's that. All right. But yeah, guys, it's not smart to punish, all right, the student for wanting to get the education. All right. We should be looking for reform. Or how about, maybe even student loan debt, for fuck's sakes, like Joe Biden did. Good grief. That was freaking awesome. I know quite a few people who got that shit forgiven. That was forgiven. I need a nap too, Hector. I need a nap also.
Cookie.
Okay. Oh, I got some that I missed from Hector's live, so I'm gonna read those out right now. All right, and I think this person was in the books. Let's see here. Keep trying to sell people. Hi, Caitlin. Are you a Trump supporter?
Hi, yes.
Okay, all right. And for TikTok purposes, how old are you?
25.
Okay, all right. It'll be just a moment. I'm going to place you on mute and I'll be right with you. Got to think a few of my awesome loves. All right. Hey, shout out to Estelle for the $2. Estelle, you sent a link for the TikToks. I am actually very hesitant about like clicking on random links. So you can message me and let me know what it's about and we can go from there. I appreciate you though, love. Thank you so very much. Drop some hearts in the chat for Estelle. Also, shout out to Phil for the 2. Phil said pretty sure it's 1.3 to 1.5 trillion, and he wants the average American to have less access to financial mobility because of predatory loans. Yes, Phil. Yes. Yes. He does not want people to have good jobs. He does not want people to have careers. I don't know what the fuck he was on. There we go. Jacqueline, thank you so very much for the 10. Jacqueline sent 10 and said he is blocking us from getting degrees but accepting professional visa holders instead of investing in U.S. citizens. That is a really good point. And what he's also doing is he's charging companies $100,000 to do H-1B visas. So pretty much the main thing with Donald Trump is this, because Jacqueline, in order for those people to come in with those visas, they would have to be an H-1B visa. All right. And if the company does not pay the $100,000, all right, what ends up happening is that they won't be able to come here. So pretty much, all right, the Trump administration, and you can read about this in Project 2025, they are anti-intellectuals, okay? They do not like smart people. Donald Trump said it himself. Smart people do not like me. I just want to let you all understand that. Gooch, thank you so much, Jacqueline, for that. I appreciate you, love. Gooch sent 5 and said, it's like an employer cutting your pay because housing prices are so high. That's fair. Instead of a cost of living raise, you get a cost of living decrease. That'd be really sucky. Yeah. Spot on, Gooch. Shout out to the Gooch, y'all. Hey, y'all, drop some hearts in the chat for all of our donors and drop some hearts in the chat for Joey. Joey said 10 and said, love you, get a coffee or whatever humans drink. I'll try, Joey. I don't know. I think I might get some Don Julio. I'll put it to the Don Julio fund. Thank you so much, Joey. Love you more. Shout out to Joey, y'all. Drop some hearts in the chat for everyone who has donated. You guys are friggin' awesome. I appreciate you all so very much. All right, I need to take a look over on the tube, and I want to say, Caitlin, thank you so much for your patience. I'll be with you in just a second.
I was just going to say I did have some thank yous here from actually my last live, and I just got one here. Shout out to Gooch for the 20 for the Boba and the PC fund. W's to Gooch. W's to the Gooch. Appreciate your support. And shout out to Joey for the $5 Venmo, because your boba order probably expensive and shit. You don't know what expensive looks like. Fuck you, W. Joey. Thank you so much.
Shout out to everyone. Also on the 2, hey Lil G Thunder sent a $9.99 super chat and said, I just want to say Jake Paul wore a tan suit. Disqualified. He'll never be in politics. Forget what Trump says. Disqualified. Shout out to Lil G, y'all. Also, shout out to Starch Manning for the $5 super chat. Starch says, Sid Barron. I know that's right. And Auntie Bugsby, thank you so much for the $5.55 super chat. Auntie Bugsby said, here, Erica, damn. You stay teaching these MAGA chuds. I love that for them. You know what? I love it for them too, Auntie. Thank you so very much. Draw some hearts in the chat to all of our donors, guys. Y'all are freaking awesome. All right, make sure that you're taking care of Hector while he's hanging out here with us tonight. All right, like them gifts up. Links are in the bio. Also, make sure you check out his links for real though, because this is the guy, guys. If you ever hear anyone saying Kamala would never, that is Hector. I mean it. That is Hector. And if you would like to support me, support the stream, my links are in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name, PayPal and Venmo. Also have a Zelle, everythingwitherica9@gmail.com. All right. And if you're over in the tube, you can send a super chat. Thank you all so very much again. I appreciate each and every last one of you, because everything is accepted and most definitely appreciated. Caitlin, thank you so very much for your patience, love. Why are you still supporting Trump?
Okay, hi.
Hi.
Yeah, so I wanted to start with, I think something that's pressing and, going on right now is what's happening with our foreign adversaries, for example, Venezuela and Iran. And I want to address that because I think there's a lot of conversation around like it's not America first, and I do understand that point, but I want to also put forward a perspective of why it is America first. So first of all, Venezuela was teaming up with Colombia to bring over snow into the US. They were bringing it over on ships, and that's a national security threat, right? So when you see rugs coming over that are laced with things that will unalive people, that's a huge national security threat, and millions of people die from that every year. Moving on to Iran. So the first strike that we did on their nuclear weapons, first of all, they were chanting in that country, unaliving to all Americans. They were run by a regime, which is not all Muslims think this way, but in extremist regimes like that they were practicing in Iran, they believe that if you're not Muslim, they have the right to unalive you. And so when they're chanting that, that is again a national security threat to the US. And so that is why we did, dismember their missile base over there. Currently, obviously, we took down their supreme leader. I'm still on the fence about, if I agree with that, because I definitely don't want another 10 years boots on the ground Afghanistan. I think that was terrible. So I'm still a little bit on the fence about, what's happened recently. But it is America first because we're taking out our foreign adversaries access to things like weapons and oil, right? So countries like Russia and China rely on Iran and rely on Venezuela for oil and for access to nuclear weapons. And so when we take out those countries, we're actually positioning America first by, dismembering China and Russia access to those things. And so that's a big reason. And I think people don't realize like the bigger picture here. And I just wanted to point that out. Also, crime rates are down significantly. We've seen a huge drop from 2024
right, chill
to
out.
2025.
Okay, we got you. Okay, you don't get to do that part. Let's stick to geopolitics first, and then we'll go there.
Okay.
All right, so to try to address all the things that you just said, all right, this has nothing to do with oil, especially in regards to Iran. All right, China does get their oil from Iran. However, I'm not sure if you're aware, but the Trump administration, our energy department, has actually lifted sanctions off of Russia to allow countries to do 30-day licenses with Russia to purchase their oil. All right. Thus, enriching, all right, the Russian oligarchy is what they're going to be doing. Okay. And if you think for a second that China cares that they can't get oil from Iran, you'd be severely mistaken. All right. They don't care, because guess who they're going to go get it from? And guess who's not going to do a darn gone thing about it? It's Russia, to answer the first question, and the second one is the US. All right, we're not going to do a damn thing about China getting oil from Russia. I just want to let you know that, and I hope that you do understand. All right, in regards to what else as you said, we took out their supreme leader over there in Iran. Yeah, and they now have another one. All right, his name is Motaba Khomeini. All right, he's the son of the guy that they killed. All right,
So he hasn't taken office yet.
He actually has taken office yet, and he's already released a statement as the Ayatollah. All right, so he's already been selected. All right, and he's already in office, and he's already said that he, all right, will not stop. He is going to continue to bomb the Strait of Hormuz. Any tankers going through there, they'll continue to bomb them, and they're going to continue to fight this fight. All right. And also, he is much, much, much more determined than his father was to have Iran acquire nuclear weapons. All right. Under him, they likely will have those nukes that Netanyahu, or as I like to call him, Satan Yahoo, has said that they've had for over 34 years now. even longer, I believe. I think it's like 36 or 37 years now. So there's that part. So we haven't done anything. Even your president, Donald Trump, said today that the regime change in Iran is a big hurdle. Okay. And the best that he gave us as to when this all will be over is that he'll know once he feels it in his bones. So, I mean, there's that part. In addition to Venezuela, all right, assisting and working with Colombia to bring schmugs into the United States of America, um, no, that's going to be U.S. citizens. U.S. citizens who cross the border, all right, into Latin America, all right, to be used as donkeys. My camera's about to go out. All right, Hector. Oh, you said BRB. I'll be right back, guys. I gotta fix the camera. Let me see who
I'm
I have.
here.
You're here. Okay. Do me a favor. Talk to the lady. Thank you.
It's always something. I missed a little bit of the conversation. Were we on Iran?
I think she was moved on to Venezuela and saying that they weren't bringing over rugs, which is not true. They 100% were. I've talked to people on other TikTok lives who actually live in Venezuela, and they're like, yeah, that propaganda that they weren't doing that is all BS.
Are we
That's
talking
just left
about?
wing.
Are we
They
talking about
were.
substances brought over from the government officials? Are we just talking
I'm
about
talking
individuals bringing it
about
over?
I'm talking about people in Venezuela. I don't know if it was government officials or
Oh,
who, but they were trafficking over tons and tons and tons. And that's why we shot down their ships.
well, no. The
So
majority of those substances are not coming from Venezuela. Even the U.S. government does not make that claim.
yes, it's all. I'll pull up the source right now. That's completely untrue. And the problem is most of the media is left-wing propaganda. So a lot of the times people are not actually hearing facts. And so it's really sad, but I'll pull up the source.
Yeah, sure. That's all I want to hear. Guys, almost at 200K likes. Make sure you get the likes up. Make sure you get the likes up. But no, we know the majority of the substances that come through is not going to come from Venezuela. That's I don't know where that keeps coming from. Even the Trump administration with the boats that they blew up
Okay.
didn't even prove a lot of them had it.
Venezuela is a major transit country for C, most of which originates in neighboring Colombia, a portion of the flow ultimately reaching the US.
You know, you just said transit, right?
What?
Transit.
Yeah, they're transiting the D rugs over here.
So it may come through, not from.
No, they're bringing it here.
I don't think
It literally says
the words.
President Donald Trump had linked his administration's attacks on D-rug vessels in Latin America to the fentanyl crisis.
Again, the F substance is definitely not coming from Venezuela. Also, what you just read said that it's coming through, hence the word transit, through Venezuela, not directly from Venezuela. And you still didn't necessarily give a source on where that is coming from in that article.
Well, so those ships were smuggling over D-rugs. I mean,
yeah, you can keep saying that, but again, you just were wrong.
But tons of articles, even the New York Times has reported that, and the New York Times is a left-leaning.
I'm sorry, what did the New York Times say?
It says the U.S. indictment of Maduro cites C smuggling Venezuela's role in the trade.
Those are the allegations put against him. Yes,
experts
this has been on the books for years. We still haven't had a trial with a conviction that makes him out to be this drug mastermind.
AP News even said how
AP News is reporting on the arrest and the allegations made on Maduro. AP News and none of the rest of them have substantiated the claims made by the Trump administration. You can keep saying that, or you can just prove it.
U.S. Justice Department indictment accuses the blah 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 president of running a corrupt, illegitimate government fueled by an extensive drug trafficking operation that flooded the U.S. with thousands of tons of cocaine.
That's an allegation, darling. And
okay, but I'm gonna be honest.
I want you proven
right.
It yet.
So we can stick our heads in the sand and pretend that's not happening.
I need you to bring it down some. Okay, thanks. Appreciate you. I don't know why we so hype right now. It's just wicked. I just got back here. So you kind of are. But with that being said, it's an accusation that they have against Maduro, and that's why he'll be standing trial, where they will be able to present evidence, and then maybe they'll be able to prove it. Okay, but again, it's just an accusation. Now, um, in regards to the powder, all right, I find it odd that you're making this your focus and like justification for what the Trump administration was doing in the Eastern Pacific and in the Caribbean Sea, when Donald Trump always told us that it was the F schmug that was the problem. And
And
what
that's
have
laced
they
in.
stopped? Have they brung down like the import of the F schmug into the United States of America? Have overdoses gone down? Like, give us
Yes,
some data to support it.
well, by stopping illegal immigration. So under Biden's administration, and this is, you can look this up, there was 11 million people that poured across illegally into the US, and that's just reported, right? So when you're thinking of how you
Time
look
out.
at
Go back. How many
immigration,
people was it that poured
11
in?
million, you can 11 million illegal immigrants came over under Biden. You can look it up.
It wasn't.
I literally just Googled it.
Yeah,
How many
just
illegal immigrants came over under Biden?
can
It
you
says
just
10 to
tell us what
11
an
million.
encounter is?
My patience is so bad tonight.
It is,
But
but it's
why is
getting
your
bad.
patience bad with
It
facts?
has
Like, I'm
nothing.
just
These aren't facts
confused.
that you're giving us, by the way. I just want to let you know that.
I just Google it.
Additionally,
Everyone on the live, go ahead
also
and
another
Google it.
thing is we don't say illegal on this platform is undocumented immigrants. All right. And then also additionally, the source that you have that says that 11 million people came into the United States of America is wrong. Okay. Because if you say that you're reading that from Customs and Border Protection, you're definitely wrong. Or even if you're reading that from DHS, because the number that was initially cited was actually 10 million people. And
Yeah,
it is,
10.3.
yeah. And yeah, so even if you round that to the nearest million, all right, it's
Okay.
still going to be 10.
We'll say that's
So,
fine.
with
Say
that being
10.
said, all right, it also says that this was encounters. So now you have to tell us, all right, what is an encounter at the border?
An encounter is when someone's trying to cross.
An encounter is simply coming into contact with
Right.
a custom and border protection agent at the border. So that could be at a port of entry. It could be outside of a port of entry. So there's that. So it doesn't mean that someone's trying to come into the country undocumented or anything of that nature. Additionally, another thing, and I can't believe that we're still having this conversation in March of 2026, is that we literally had Title 42 on the books during the Trump and the Biden administration. And Title 42 was implemented by the CDC due to the world health crisis that we all were experiencing, known as COVID. So we had that. And what Title 42 did is it allowed people to be counted more than once at the border due to the way that expulsions were working. All right. So a person could come on a Monday and be counted as an encounter. All right. And just be gone. All right. And told that they can't enter into the United States of America. And then they could come back on Friday and the exact same thing would happen. All right. So
Okay.
it's a over exaggerated number to begin with, simply because of Title 42. Do you know when Title 42 ended?
I don't know what Title 42 is. No,
I didn't ask you what it was. I asked you when it ended.
I
'Cause
wouldn't know
I
when it
literally
ended
just
if
told you what it was, but
I don't know
it
when it
ended
ended.
in May of 2023.
Okay, so I have a .gov resource. So this is from like what you're referencing, the White House. Under President Biden's watch, there has been over 8 million migrant encounters nationwide, 6.7 million of which have been at the southwest border. Worse yet, over 1.7 million known gotaways, illegal immigrants who evaded Border Patrol. And so just let me please finish my point. The issue when we have our borders just wide open is that what's happening, and I live in Austin, Texas, is there's sleeper cells in the US who, like I mentioned earlier, if you are part of the religion where you believe, you're justified to unalive someone because of
Okay, first
your
things
Muslim
first
extremist.
is what you're not gonna do is you're not gonna dabble in Islamophobia over here. You might do
This
that
isn't
somewhere else. Excuse
Islamophobia.
me one moment. You might be able to do that somewhere else, but I'm gonna hurt your feelings if you keep trying it. So with that being said, sleeper cells have always existed. All right, especially in modern times. We've always had sleeper cells here in the United States of America. Okay, so if we have sleeper cells here in the United States of America, especially with Donald Trump having ICE roaming the streets as they did last year, why didn't Donald Trump get rid of the sleeper cells in 2025?
Get rid of the sleeper cells. I mean, he did deport people, so we
Why
were
didn't he get
deporting
rid of the
sleeper
sleeper?
cells.
Well, and guys, we called a live visibility warning for 10 minutes. So chat, do all of the good things. Make sure you are tapping that screen. You're sharing the live. Let's go ahead and knock out our gift goals. I'll go ahead and reset it to something, maybe the donuts. Okay, so let's do that. Continue to share the live. Also, take care of Hector while he's here. Light him up. Just do all that you can. Do all of the good things. I appreciate you all. Let's try to beat this visibility warning that we have for the next 9 minutes. I appreciate you all so very much. All right. I'm gonna need you to stop spreading misinformation.
None of that was misinformation. What was misinformation? I was reading from the whitehouse.gov.
Okay, I just want to let you know that whitehouse.gov is a biased
Or
source.
budget, it's
What were you gonna say?
budget.house.gov. So, and any of you, then your news sources are all
Were you about
liberal.
to say something, Hector?
Yeah, I was about to pick her at her brain about reading from whitehouse.gov and believing everything to be
Okay,
fact.
then why would you believe the New York Times that are all the reporters are liberal? They
Hey,
it's
cool.
a no.
So,
There's whistleblowers who come forward, and I can
Caitlin,
share articles.
hey, Caitlin. I want to ask you a simple question that requires a simple answer. Is 2 + 2 = 4 liberal or conservative?
That's not a question.
It is.
What's the question? If 2 + 2 = 4?
2 + 2 = 4. That equation, is that a liberal equation or a conservative equation?
Yeah, it's neither. You're gonna say a fact is a fact.
I have
like
another
the sky
question.
is
I have
blue.
another question. I have another question. Just another one. Just one more, I promise you. Is the sky blue?
Oh my god, I just called it. That's hilarious.
Yeah, you sure did. And never mind. Third question. Would the sky being blue be a liberal answer or a conservative answer?
No, and I know what you're getting at. You're gonna say a fact is a fact.
Absolutely.
Correct.
I'm glad
Yes,
you're
and we
tracking.
all
So
agree.
with that being said, you bringing up the fact that it's a liberal source means fuck all in this live. Something being a Republican source means fuck all in this live. All that matters is that the information being presented is correct. So please
but what you're
stop doing
saying
that
is a
liberal
fact.
this, liberal that. It's really lazy. It's
But
intellectually
it's lazy
lazy,
of you
and
to
you
say
don't look great
I'm
every time you say it.
spreading
I'm not done,
misinformation when
Caitlin.
I'm saying
Hey,
.gov.
Caitlin, I'm not done. You will have your chance to respond. So if you can substantiate the information put forward in the White House, which would be biased under any administration and have to be proven by other sources, because any White House during their tenure in the Oval Office can put out whatever the fuck they want, you should probably stop using that.
That's why we say the White House isn't unbiased. It's not a
earlier on the live, you guys told me to reference like the physical records from the .gov source, which I pulled, and so I was using a .gov source.
Rhetoric from the Oval Office under either administration is not a proven source of something happening or not happening.
Yeah, I just want to say something.
Budget.house.gov.
Excuse me. I just want to say something. I never tell someone that they have to pull a government source. I never say that because I don't believe that all government sources are created the same, and I don't believe that they're always accurate, especially budget.gov, because what that'll be is the committee, and the committee can be biased, all right, because typically it has opinion in it. So I would never say it must be a government site. You may be used to other platforms, but this ain't that. So I just want to let you know that. But go on.
Okay, so sorry, we got sidetracked. What were we? We were talking about the 11 million. Oh, undocumented. Yeah. So my point was just like
encounters is what I want you to understand.
Right.
All right. Encounters does not mean that they came into the country. You even read it yourself.
Right.
And you said, I think it's 1.7 million gotaways.
Gotaways
could be people who did come into the country. It's actually estimated by the Pew Research Center that it was between 2 to 3 million undocumented immigrants who came into the United States of America. Okay. So during the Biden administration.
Let me ask you guys this. If someone is coming here illegally, obviously they're sneaking in. Do you think that we have all of them documented on paper?
That's why it's an estimate.
Right. So the number of it even being 1.7, 10, whatever, it's probably double or even
So then
triple
what would
because
be
there's a
the
lot of people hiding,
so what would
right?
be
So
the
we don't
issue with the
have
what
that
would be the
exact
issue with the
number.
people
It's way
hiding
higher.
then? What would be the issue with the people hiding? If they're not documented and we don't know who they are, what would be the issue with the people hiding?
The issue with the people hiding in the country is one, it's a national security threat for
How?
what I mentioned because of sleeper cells. We just saw it happen in
But
Austin, Texas.
Donald Trump
Someone unalived 3
literally.
people at a
I'm
bar
so
under the name
sorry.
of
You don't get
Allah.
to spread misinformation here. You do it
That's
again, I'm
not
just gonna
that's
drop you.
Google. That's not misinformation. Google it.
Yeah, where'd
That
you
is
get that
not. I
source
live in
from?
Austin, Texas. That is
And
not
you got one more time to
misinformation.
raise your motherfucking voice, little girl, and then you're gonna
Well,
learn
then
a
don't
lesson
tell me
here.
it's misinformation
They
when
were
you're
not a part of a sleeper cell. They were a lone actor called a lone wolf, first of all. So there's that. All right. So you're going to stop spreading misinformation on this platform.
not. But
All
he
right.
was wearing
Well,
an
he was nothing.
Allah
He was
sweatshirt.
nothing. He was a
I
lone
live here.
wolf.
Do you live
You
in
don't have
Austin?
anything. It doesn't fucking matter if I live in Austin or not. It has
I
no
was
bearing
on this.
whatsoever. Hey, Hector.
Hey.
Hey,
Can't talk
Hector.
to people
Yeah.
who don't listen
Okay,
to
there we
facts.
go.
Typical liberals.
Yeah, I literally just
Facts.
moved from Austin literally within the month. So I don't know what argument you think that is. Hey, I live in Austin. That means just because I speak on something that happened in Austin, that means I know what I'm talking about. You don't. You can't tell me the name of him. You probably can't tell me where he came from, when he came to the United States,
Yes,
and
he was
everything
here
else.
in like 2006. Yes, correct. He's been
No,
here
he
since
was here before
2006.
2006.
Or he got
So,
married in
fun fact.
2006 or came
Oh,
in
okay.
2000,
Now you're correcting
whatever.
yourself. So
Yeah,
with that being
listen.
said, hey, you being in Austin and this event happening in Austin, which was tragic, does not mean he was a part of the sleeper cell. That is something that investigators have not determined yet. We're not saying that he can't be. We're saying that it hasn't been determined. So this allegation that you made is ridiculous.
I didn't say he's for
so
sure. I'm
maybe
saying
you should
as an
wait. No, but you
example.
kept saying you live in Austin as if that means shit. It doesn't.
Because
You
I
don't
was there
know,
on the
so don't
scene.
speak on it. Back to your point. You keep making arguments about the amount of people being here based off of estimates and encounters, which you couldn't even properly define. Erica had to help you out with that.
I said
What the hell
what
is your issue with
encounters.
undocumented migrants, and why can't you do more than
My
citing
issue with
WhiteHouse.gov to
undocumented
prove a single
migrants
fucking point?
is because it's a national security threat. We don't know what their beliefs are. We don't know how they
Hey,
feel about
so
America.
so
They're
the
not
guy who
from
literally
here.
just did what he did in Austin,
So-
Texas, did you know that we knew exactly what he was? Did you know that he was a legalized individual here?
Yes, he got his citizenship.
So you
I
want to
didn't
keep
know
talking
that.
about national
Exactly.
He did
security
get his
threats
citizenship.
when the ones that have presented themselves, we knew they were
But I'm
here.
saying-
We knew who they were,
Okay.
and they had no records.
So do we know if everyone, so no other country, by the way, is an open border. If you look at the rest of the world, there is literally no other country that lets
Name a
people
country
just
with a
pour
closed
over.
border.
Every other country in the world.
Name a country with a
Switzerland.
closed border.
Switzerland,
Closed border.
very safe. They don't just have an open border.
Okay,
You need
cool.
an ID
so,
to
so
get
guy,
on
hey,
the airplane.
cool.
They're trying to
How
take
do you
away voter
define
IDs.
an open border?
An open border is a border that just lets people come across. It's
An
unchecked.
open border is a border that just lets people come across. Oh, okay.
Right. It's
So
unchecked.
can you tell me if Switzerland has a military by the border that shoots every single person that tries to walk through?
Every other country doesn't let people just come
Hey,
here
you didn't
illegally
answer
and
my
pardon
question.
them.
Can you tell me if Switzerland has a border with the military there that shoots at every single person who tries to come through?
I don't know if they're shooting at everyone, but I know that every other country does
Cool.
not just
So
have an idea of we
Switzerland-
can just pardon these people. Let's just let them into our country. That's
Switzerland
not how the law
allows
works.
people to immigrate there. Fun fact. So do we. The fact that we may have more lax immigration laws, which that's
Right.
still incorrect considering 80-something% of them get denied, is not negate the fact that we don't have a quote unquote. Actually, the open border argument is stupid. Unless a border literally, or a country literally says no one can come in, every single border is open by your logic. And our
No,
open border
you
has
need
a
to come
vetting
here
process.
legally.
Whoever doesn't go through it doesn't go through it. And then we have ICE that is allowed to come in internally and get them the fuck out.
Right. So it's a national security threat when you don't know where someone's coming from, what their beliefs are, and what they stand for. We don't know, and especially now in the current state, right, where we're fighting Iran and, dismembering them as a country, took out their national leader.
I'm
This
sorry.
is
Do
now
you
an
think
issue
any one
for
of us? Hey,
people
hey,
in
hey,
the
Caitlin, hey,
country
Caitlin, hey, Caitlin,
who
hey,
are here
Caitlin.
illegally.
Do you think any one of us up on this panel is arguing that anybody and everybody should be allowed to come here without any vetting?
No, but the liberal solution
Okay,
is to pardon
cool.
those who
So
are
you
criminals.
keep saying
The
this shit, and
liberals-
as if
but
you're
they're
talking
trying
to people who
pardon
actually
those who
believe
are
that. I want you to
criminals.
talk to people who understand the importance of securing our borders, the importance of protecting Americans and undocumented migrants alike.
Like, can
So
you
stop
engage in
responding as
this
if you want anyone to come
conversation?
in.
I
No,
am
no,
engaging in
you're
this
not.
conversation.
You're putting stuff on Hector and I that we haven't even said. So that's why I'm like, engage in the conversation that you're having with us. I'm not sure what other conversations you've had, but engage in this conversation, please.
Okay, so
All right. And
what
if we're going
would
to talk about national security threats, I think the fact that Donald Trump pardoned 1,500 people who stormed the Capitol, all right, is a threat to the security of our nation. I really do think that it is, especially considering that some of those people who were pardoned have already been rearrested for crimes, and someone was actually unalived by the police for sending them on a chase while committing a crime. I think that is
okay?
a threat to our national security. Do you
So
not think that that's a threat? You don't? You think that's just
I do.
fine?
I think if someone is a criminal, they should be. Yeah, I think that they should be locked up if they're a proven criminal. Correct. And
Then
I
why
know
are
you're
you
gonna
still
segue into Trump, but he's not a
supporting
proven criminal. Here's the thing, guys. They
what?
tried to take him out. Right. Listen. They tried
No,
to
I don't
take
want
him
to.
out
I don't want to
with a
listen.
weapon. They tried to take him out through the law. Everyone on both sides was trying to take him out because he's not part of the deep state uniparty.
Yeah, no. Mm-mm. This woman just said out of her mouth that Donald Trump is not a proven criminal. Hector, I would like to ask you a question, friend. All right. Hector, is it true that Donald Trump was in fact found guilty of 34 felony counts of fraud?
December, January of 2025, Class E felony in the state of New York. He was sentenced to an unconditional discharge.
2024, but yes, we understood.
Oh, yes.
Yep. 34 whole ass counts of falsifying business records. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Oh, his sentencing was January 2025.
Yeah.
Or December, January. Yes, okay.
I just want to know what we're doing. How is it that Trump isn't a proven criminal? Hi, Jaden. Jaden, quick question.
Hey, Erica, Hector. What's up?
Is Donald Trump a proven
Jaden.
criminal?
On multiple counts, yes. 34 felony count, falsification of business records in the first degree, was found civilly liable of sexual abuse of E. Jean Carroll and defamation. Was also found civilly liable of financial fraud, business fraud, defrauding children's cancer charities, among other things. You want to argue that he's against the deep state. Donald Trump is the deep state.
That part.
He's appointed, 15, 16 billionaires into his administration. He's continued on a path of deregulation of these industries and has cut the deep state's taxes. He's in the Epstein files, 38,000 times. He is the deep state that you claim to decry.
Okay, so when I reference the deep state, it's people like the Clintons, the Bushes. They all work together and are on the same team. People who aren't part of that are people like Bernie Sanders, people
So
like
Democrats working
for
together as the
example,
deep state.
the
Got
Demo-
you. So Republicans like
I
Mike
said both.
Johnson.
I said both.
Mike
I
Johnson
said
is the deep state.
Bushes.
What's the name of that
Yes,
fucker
there's a lot
who
of
keeps saying
rhinos up
Nazi
there.
stuff?
John McCain is a huge
The damn
rhino.
advisor. Yeah, John
he's
McCain was
dead.
deep state. Mitt Romney
Yes,
was
John
in the deep
McCain.
state.
Yes, Romney's deep state. Correct.
Yeah.
They all
Apparently-
voted
A lot of them are
Trump
all
like
just
97% of the time.
Yeah, party affiliation makes you deep state, apparently.
A lot of
why-
these people on both sides I don't like because they're all working together. It is
Right.
they're dividing and conquering, by the way,
it's
is
called
an old tactic
bipartisanship.
of how to beat the people. And it's actually really sad to me. If we could come together as a people and go against the government, who is never the answer, guys. They are always the problem. They are never there to help you. That is the answer. But unfortunately, a lot of them work together.
Caitlin, can I ask, what is a rhino?
Republican in name only.
The people you listed, McCain, Romney, and others, were they not Republicans longer than Donald Trump has been?
Republican in name only, correct.
That's
So
not
that
what I
means-
asked.
Yeah, they could
is
be.
my
They could
microphone
be a
fucking
long
working?
time.
Are they not Republican?
Sure,
Right,
but that doesn't mean that they're actually presenting conservative values.
how is
They're just
Donald
doing
Trump-
what they can to get elected.
Gotcha. No true Scotsman. How is Donald Trump any more Republican than they are? He's
Because
the one who
he
is,
is
by the way, in
hated
favor.
by the Republicans.
No,
a
he's
lot of
not.
them hate. Yes, they.
No, he's not.
His own old vice president Pence hated him. He can't. They all came out against him. They were trying to get him in jail. They tried to unalive him. They all. on both sides. They hate him. And the same with Bernie Sanders. When the liberals had their election, no one voted for Biden. Bernie Sanders was way more favored
Yes,
across
they did.
Democrats, but he should have won way more. And you guys
In the
know this.
primary, they
He
did
should have
vote for
won.
Biden.
Biden was just pushed up as a puppet by the liberals. No one voted for him. No one really wanted him.
He won his
just
primary.
right, and it's fake news. He didn't actually
What's
win.
fake? Then what did he
was a
lose?
fake. No one actually voted for him. There was if you look at the actual debates and if you were talking to people at the time, no one was actually voting for Biden. They put him up because he's an easy puppet of the deep state to control. I promise. Did you guys vote for Biden during the primary?
In 2020, no.
Right.
But I'm not gonna live in this alternate reality and suggest that somehow the 2020 Democratic primary was rigged in the sense that you make it out to be. It's not.
And,
He did win.
Yeah, that's
Legitimately,
just
he
my
won.
opinion.
It wasn't my first
I don't wanna
pick.
go down
I supported Sanders as well, but
right.
I think it's
most did, and I talked to every
most didn't because they would have voted for him and he would have
No,
won.
they put whatever. I don't want to get into election fraud. We have Dominion voting machines here, by the way.
Yeah,
that
and they won their
come from
lawsuit.
Venezuela. You can Google
fucking
that. We have
Christ.
Dominion voting machines. Yeah, look it up.
They
where
won their
our
lawsuit,
voting
didn't they?
machines from. There's a lot of election fraud that goes on, and that's why they're trying to take away voter ID so they can fake elections. It's exactly what's going on right now.
Time out. One moment. Time out. You just said they're trying to take away voter ID so that they can.
They're trying to
fake
make
elections?
so
Who
that you
is
don't have to
they?
show ID. Well, a lot of liberals want to get rid of voter ID, even though you need an ID
There are
to get on a
several states where
plane,
you
an
still
ID to
have
get
to.
on.
Okay, Lord Jesus
drink.
Christ, this bitch don't stop talking. She don't. Hey, chat, look at the screen. Look at the screen. I lowered it. Look, yeah, you gotta go. Fuck it. She gotta go, guys, because I keep getting live visibility warnings because of her. She gotta go.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Girl, bye.
I was gonna ask her what size her tinfoil hat was. If
No.
They came in large.
She
But
gotta go.
all right.
Yeah, like absolutely not. Yeah, I was about to we was about to do the grift, but nah, she just spreading way too much misinformation, and she gotta go. I protects my platform. I'm just gonna let y'all know that. Okay, all right. That was fun. Did you guys have fun? No, me neither.
It was something.
That girl's
fun is a loose
brain.
term these days, but
Her fucking brain was the deep state. She was in the fucking sunken place and refused to get out every goddamn talking point. Every
point.
single one. Rehearsed, refined, and ready to go.
Yes.
And no surprise that you're Austin. Interesting batch of white people in Austin, especially the GOP ones. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. We have, you know what's crazy though, is that we have 1,000 people in here and we have a live visibility warning. So there's that. All right. So chat, do all the good things. You know, that's all I can ask for. Can't ask for much. Just have to say, do all the good things. I'll go ahead and reset our gift goal here and we'll do that. Just keep tapping that screen. Let's get the likes up to, where are we at? Let's get the likes up to 300,000 likes, y'all. Thank you so very much. And let me look over here. I want to say thank you to Jessica. Hey, I'm a crab. It's a crab raid. Ooh, Dan. Okay. I got to say hi to my friend. Okay. So Jessica, hi, love. Thank you so much for the 10. Jessica said, Trump doesn't want people to have good jobs, but wants the working class to pay the most. Make it make sense. Yes, that was earlier when we had that guy who didn't understand that Trump is punishing, all right, people who simply want to pursue a professional degree. All right. And I mean, like, why would he, you know what, Hector Jaden, think about this. Why would he think that, this was earlier, you weren't here, Jaden, but why would he think that Trump is inspiring people to get a degree and basically kind of forcing higher level institutions to actually bring down their tuition by putting a cap on the student loans? That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. All this is going to do is just push people into getting private loans, which are just going to end up costing more money. That's it.
Out of all the issues we have
it's
in
not
this,
all that logical at all.
Mm-mm.
I could be wrong, but I thought he was refunding the student loan forgiveness program that was passed under Biden. I could be wrong about that, but I thought that was the case.
Oh, I never heard about that. When you say refunding, what exactly does that mean?
I'm not sure, but I read this sometime last year. I got to look into that.
Okay, and what were you about to say, Hector?
I was just going to say, out of all the issues we have in this country, crying about people going into debt, American citizens going to debt so they can become a productive member of society with a degree to contribute to the nation that the Trump administration is consistently begging people to work for, because we don't want undocumented migrants taking all these jobs, and then you cut Americans' abilities to get degrees and work in these fucking fields over other people because you say other people are taking all of these jobs. This shit is stupid. You guys are so contradictory in every fucking turn you make.
That part. And they don't. The thing about it is that they don't hear the contradiction like dripping off of their tongues. It's like they contradict themselves in the middle of a sentence. It's like, bruh.
I know.
What are we doing here?
I've spoken at length about that. Like, they'll say college is a scam and they'll parrot Charlie Kirk over that, but then say, get a better job, go back to school.
That part.
Go work a better job. Okay, well, I gotta go to school to get a better job,
go to
get a
school.
better paying
Which
job.
one
But
is it, bro?
school's a scam.
What
the fuck you want me to do?
They put Charlie Kirk's damn banner over the Department of Education.
Yikes.
I know. Community college dropout.
That part. A community college dropout has a banner over the Department of Education. Let
Why
that
don't I
sink
have a
in.
banner?
I don't know, Jaden. I don't know.
I mean, I'm a nobody, but still, I want a banner.
I don't know. I don't know. I finished community college at least. So there's that.
Yeah, ditto.
So also shout out to you, Jessica, and thank you to the Gooch for the 5. Gooch says she actually broke my brain. You know what, Gucci? She was a piece of work. She was a piece of work. Like, I don't think they understand that like these conversations, these debates, all right, just simply just steamrolling through every single thing and never shutting the fuck up is not the way you do this. It's just simply not the way you do it. I don't know if they know who I am. I will check the fuck out. I will check out, and then what we're going to do is we're going to talk about what I want to talk about. So there's that. Anywho, shout out to the Goose. Draw some hearts in the chat. Also, shout out to Colleen for the 10. Colleen said, please kick this uneducated little girl. I had to. She was doing too much, Miss Colleen. So there's that. Shout out to you. All right. And also, thank you so much to Karen. Karen sent the $5 PayPal and said, everyone hates him. 1, I'm sure Caitlin knows exactly how that feels. Damn. And 2 is, if literally everyone hates you, maybe you should look at the common denominator. Exactly. Like, if you are always the problem, right? I don't think it means that you have a bunch of haters. I think you might just be the actual problem. You need to look inward, do some introspection. You know, I think that's what you need to do. Am I wrong? I ain't wrong. I know I'm right. I'm always right.
Thank you all for the gifts, and W's in the chat to Bugsby for the $10 cash app. Here, Hector, damn, Bobosh, Waganda, and piss off haters.
Damn.
That's my goal. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Bugsby.
All right, and also, let me see here. Damn, Auntie Bugsby is not playing with y'all. Auntie Bugsby sent a $5 super chat and said, here, Erica, damn. Caitlin, I can't say that word because they'll say it's hate speech in this context, but she said, Trump pardoned criminals from January 6th. Subaru, sit your bitch ass up. That's what she said. Also, shout out to Patty for the $5 super chat. Love you more, Patty. Thank you so very much. And hey, Mr. Melvin. Mr. Melvin sent a $5 super chat and said, what in Michelle Obama's internet did I walk into? She sounded as if she needed a box of crayons. Didn't Dominion win a lawsuit over voter fraud? Yes, they did. Yes, Dominion did win a lawsuit. You did, because guess what? There was no fucking voter fraud. All right. It was lies and untruths. So there's that part. So here we are. Chat, I need you to do me a favor. All right. First, I want to say thank you all so very much for the love. You got one, Hector?
No, I was just going to say, friendly reminder. They were so goddamn mad that Dominion won the lawsuit because they weren't able to give evidence that they were doing all this fraudulent voting stuff, that the second Donald Trump got into the Oval Office, you can look up the executive order, Sussman and Godfrey, he canceled all federal contracts with the firm and then tried to go after them legally.
Yep.
Thankfully, a lower court blocked the executive order, but like,
he sucks.
Revenge. It's just revenge. It's just a revenge tour.
Everything he does is retribution. That's it. That's all he ever does. He thinks of some. I honestly think that man has a burn book. Jaden, you said you had one.
This one, I want to apologize in advance, and you'll understand why. But Sandra for the 5 says, Caitlin, You're in too deep in the shit. How does Trump's diaper taste? You're thin enough to fit up his ass. Seek help and reprogramming.
Oh my God.
I know who
I
that
told you I
is.
wanted to apologize in advance. But
I know who
thank you
you
for the
are.
5.
Shout out to you. Draw some hearts in the chat. Draw some hearts in the chat. I know who you are. I'm just gonna say that. Okay. And also, thank you, Night Nurse, for the tiny diny trek. I say tiny diny on a bike. Thank you, Christina, for the 10. Christina said, "Thank you for dropping Caitlin." I had to, babe. She had to go. She had to go. But thank you so very much for the love, y'all. I appreciate each and every last one of you. If you'd like to support me, support the stream, the links are in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name. PayPal and Venmo. Also have a Zelle. Everything with Erica9@gmail.com. And if you're over in the tube, you can send a super chat. And thank you all so very much, because of course everything is appreciated and most definitely accepted. And be sure to take care of Hector and Jaden while they're here. Hector definitely has the PC fund. We're gonna get this man a PC. We're gonna do it. We can get him a PC. All right, we are. All right, I promise you, Hector, we're gonna get you a PC, friend.
What kind are you looking at?
Bit things.
It's gonna be a MacBook Pro. I have to postpone that
Mom,
priority for this month.
Oh, nice.
He has to post elbow pics and stuff too.
Oh, no feet pics. It's off the table.
Elbow pics are what's in now.
Elbow pics? Why
First
was no one
off-
telling me this?
I've unlocked.
First off, if I'm to sell any pics, it's gonna be of this dome. I'm sorry.
We do like the bald head.
Okay. Hey, who said that? Let me see. Hey, Night Nurse, awesome. I'm glad you like your shirt. I do. I changed the tag though. Actually I have to update it because I forgot to update it, but I changed the tag. The tag now is gonna say the Erica effect in like black and white. So instead of saying Erica Shantae, it's gonna say Erica effect because that's the name of the site, so name of the brand and whatnot. So I do have. Thank you for saying that. I have to update that. So thank you so much. And speaking of the ericaeffect.com, all right, guys, you still have time to go to the site and get your $10 off any $40 purchase. All right, so $10 off your purchase of $40 or more at the ericaeffect.com. ericaeffect.com. Also, you can check out your Do All the Good Things shirt. We have the bruh hats. I had one over here, but it's no longer there, so there's that. But we have the bruh hats. We also have the I Am Smarter Than a Trump Supporter mugs. We have it in the regular size, and then also the Bigly Smarter size, which is a 20 ounce. And then we have the bigger Do Good mugs. I can't remember the exact name. I'm really bad at marketing, aren't I? I'll work on this. All right. But we also have a Do All the Good Things mug that you can get too. So like, just head on over there and more stuff to come. I'm working on a shirt that says hate makes you stupid. I am.
Wrong. That is so nasty.
Right.
Erica, you have been so horrible to me. What you said about that perfectly Aryan girl last guest you had on, that was so horrible.
Aryan.
Okay. Frankly, I think you don't know what you're talking about. I think lots of people, they want to see the president. They want to see me succeed. I'm doing lots of great things right now. This whole war bullshit, it's practically over. And by over, I mean we're just getting warmed up. It's going to be tremendous. It's going to be absolutely beautiful. And everybody's happy with this, aren't they?
No, they're not. They're not.
Wrong.
I'm right. I'm so right.
You're
There's
so
that.
nasty.
I'm
You're
about to
so
open the
wrong.
phone lines and see what happens. Who's gonna call in and call me the N-word tonight?
I'm about to open up a feet finder and pay off our national debt that was caused by all these Democrats. But let me tell you, we're having a
Bruh.
tremendous job tonight. We've done so much for this country. I see you trying not to laugh. We're doing a great thing for this country, and it's so beautiful.
Hey, when's the war gonna be over?
It's already over. If you count the fact that we're just getting started, it's practically over.
So you feel it in your bones?
I feel it in my bone spurs. Let me tell you, we're doing wonderfully. We're having the absolute most success. You can ignore those 15 people that's dying under my watch. Let me tell you, with the hottest economy, we've got Ashley. Hello, Ashley.
Oh shit! How I get on here?
Oh, damn. Well, Ashley, you're here now. Damn it, Ashley, you
Oh,
left.
she's
Come
gone.
back, Ashley. Come back. I'm just kidding. Don't come back. It's cool. I understand. You didn't mean to be here. All right, keep tapping that screen, guys. Keep sharing the live. Do all of the good things, guys. Do all of the good things. Let's knock out the rest of the tiny bicycles. I don't know how many of those are left. I'm not doing math right now. It's 19. It's 19 of those. All right. So let's do that, and let's just do all the good things. I want to engage in a conversation where the person lives in reality, for fudge sakes. Hi, Mustafa. Are you a Trump supporter?
السلام عليكم. from Gaza غزة بليز 1K اختي أمان عليك أنا وضعي كتير صعب هنا أخواني الخمسة from Gaza.
I won't be able to do it. I'm so sorry.
I beg your pardon, ma'am, but
I gotta let her get down.
we can't. Language barrier.
I'm so sorry. I do apologize. All right, guys, keep doing all of the good things. And if you're watching over on the tube, you can call in on the phone. You can call 720-295-4868. Again, that's 720-295-4868. All right. If you're a Trump supporter, all right, you are the demographic of people I like to have a conversation with. I kind of butchered that one. I really, really did. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I messed that up pretty bad. Anywho, so in news today, all right, I think I want to share some stuff. There were people calling in earlier on the tube, but they don't look like they're calling anymore. It was, yeah, they called in. Well, we'll see what happens. Oop, there's one. Hey, Hector, how much you want to bet this person just want to say the N-word?
$2.
Okay, bet.
Tyler.
To accept, press 1.
Hi, Tyler. Are you a Trump supporter?
I'm sorry, say it one more time.
Are you a Trump supporter?
Yes.
Okay, for TikTok purposes, how old are you?
25.
25? Okay, all right. So, Tyler, why are you still supporting Trump?
I still, so after all these years, everything that has happened, I still support.
The fuck was that?
His mom. You got anybody else?
What was that?
And I'm gonna use this opportunity while Jaden's up here to slip out to the back door.
Okay.
One last thank you, Dubs, in the chat to Christina for the $5 Venmo. I don't get this one. Christina sent a red and green apple emoji. I don't get it. But I thank you.
It's because your head is bald.
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck that got to do with apples?
I don't know. It's shiny.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Is it Mac? Is it Mac? Because
It's
of
for the
because of
PC
Mac?
fund.
Because I said I want a Mac.
Oh yeah,
It's the
yeah.
PC fund.
Y'all, I'm tired.
He is.
That's all it
He
is.
had a
All
grumpy
of us
live
are.
today.
That's all it is. He was Aggie, as Erica says. Bye.
It was.
See ya.
All right. Bye, Hector.
Have a good night.
All right. Trump supporters, get in the box. You are the demographic of people I like to have a conversation with. I only been live for an hour and 55 minutes. All right. Are you guys telling me that I already won? If you're telling me that I won, I will play We Are the Champions. I will play We Are the Champions, guys. And then we're going to get some air guitar and some air drums. Boom, 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 boom.
See, Erica,
Yes.
thing is, they haven't let the spin cycle finish running. They don't know what to say now as energy costs are going up, as the economy is in shambles right now, as the global economy is in shambles, as now we've got 2,500 U.S. Marines being deployed right now into the Middle East. They can't defend that because it's
Oh,
everything.
yes. Yep.
Yeah. It's everything they said that they weren't. It's everything they said Kamala was going to do. Get us
Exactly.
into war with Iran, raise gas prices, and cost us the global economy. Stock market's down considerably. They have no excuse for this. They have to bend this and say that this is good for America. They don't have that talking point yet.
They can't. Did you hear about the jobs report, the revised one? Where they yeah. You know how many jobs he added in 2025?
Oh, how many?
Simply it went from about 580 something thousand down to 181,000.
Oh, 100. Yeah.
Yep.
I saw that one. In the February one, we lost 92,000 jobs.
Exactly.
Mostly private sector. I was in a
Exactly.
debate earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Guy said, well, those are all government jobs. No, only 10,000
no.
of those were government jobs. The other
I
80
heard
fucking
was that with
excuse me.
Carbon?
It was in my live.
Oh,
Somebody
okay.
came in there. Yeah,
Okay. Because I heard you
but
and Carbon on a panel today,
we
and I was like, how the hell are they doing
making the
this?
rounds. I'm
Those
sorry to
people.
subject you to that.
Oh, man. The big revision comes in
My
October,
bad.
Corey. It's going to be awful. I believe it. I honestly believe it. And then, like, inflation is projected to skyrocket, especially with the oil crisis that's going on now that Donald
Mm-hmm.
Trump put us into. You know what's funny is that a question that we typically will ask, and we'll say something to the effect of, like, all right, you know, can the president control oil prices? And typically the answer is no, a president doesn't, but they can influence it. All right. And the thing is that Donald Trump has taken that influence to a whole nother level. All right. We
Mm-hmm.
can directly link this war in Iran with the increase in fuel costs. Like, you can't deny it. Hey, SJ, there's no denying it whatsoever.
Oh yeah. See, problem is they're too stupid to understand what we mean when we say they don't control prices. Like when we say that, we mean that the president can't just press a button or write a law that sets gas like $1.50 or whatever.
Exactly.
When we say that, we say that they can influence it, is that these are geopolitical policies that affect ports of entry, that can affect drilling abroad, that can affect deals made, can affect sanctions, which have trickle down effects, obviously.
Yep, exactly. And Scott, do you know that you're here? I don't think so. We are definitely in your back pocket. Going on a walk, getting into the car, going with Scott.
Scotty boy. Oh,
Scott don't know he here. There we go. He didn't know he was here. We were definitely in his back pocket. That was a booty cheek dial. Hi, Jonathan. Are you a Trump supporter? Is this a toe dial?
This is
Jonathan.
pocket central tonight.
Jonathan.
At least I'm warm.
I know that's right. Dropping you down, Jonathan. All right, let's see here. I'm just gonna use my my other phone to do this tonight. Boom. Did you mean to request up? Because then you just dropped. Because I just accepted you. Okay, you didn't. I kind of figured that. Anywho, so manipulating the oil markets, but Corey, they're already going to be doing that because they're releasing like the strategic reserves, and then also they're going to be basically allowing people to buy. Yeah, you were in the request, friend. They're also going to be allowing people to purchase oil from China, not China. God damn it, Erica, from Russia, from Putin.
Yep, Russia. You know, we lifted sanctions for a 30-day
That's bullshit.
wave.
You think that it's going to be 30 days? Guess what? Guess what? It's gonna be a long ass time. When I tell you, it's not gonna be just 30 days. They'll come around like day 28 or 29 and tell us that it's gonna be for like another 90 days. That's exactly what. That's what.
You'll keep extending it. Well, who we got here?
Excuse me. Are you a Trump supporter?
On Tuesdays and Thursdays.
On Tuesdays and Thursdays. Okay, it's Friday.
I'll see you next Tuesday. Sorry.
What's up, Corey?
But no. So actually I came up to talk about Scott Bessent, our Treasury Secretary. So he's actually he's a hedge fund guy. That's how he made his money. He's actually a phenomenal trader. I'm not going to hold him on that one. But they are actively exploring the government itself suppressing the oil.
What?
I'm sorry?
Explain that?
So Scott Bessent wants to trade oil with United States funds to bring oil prices down.
Can you elaborate?
I mean, there's nothing illegal about it, technically.
Can you walk me through this?
Yeah,
I need more information on this.
Can you break it down for us, Corey?
Yes, actually, Erica, I will send you I'm going to find it and text it to you. But the CEO of the CME Group, which is the entity that lists futures and options and stocks, he actually came out and said that it would be, and I quote, a biblical disaster if the United States government used those methods to intervene in oil prices, because then you break trust in the markets being free and fair.
Yeah, because we're the government. They're the government.
Okay,
They
Central
can do that.
Times, Financial Times. I'm looking at it here.
Yeah, it says shorting oil futures. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Reports suggest that Best Besant is considering using the Exchange Stabilization Fund to short the oil futures market to suppress prices, a move described as a global macro strategy from the former investor. That sounds like a bad idea. I'm going to have to look into this one in real time and see what the hell that's about. Okay, let's see here. What in the fudge sickles?
Terry Duffy, chief executive of CME Group, which runs the exchange where U.S. oil futures trade, told a conference this week that it would erode market confidence if the U.S. government stepped into futures market in a bid to curb the rise in crude. Quote, markets do not like when governments intervene in pricing, Duffy told the conference in Boca Raton, Florida. They just elected a Democratic mayor, by the way. Such a move would risk a biblical disaster if investors lost confidence in markets to set price of critical commodities, he said.
Is this my Martina?
Hmm?
That is my Martina. Okay, so Martina just said in the chat. She said that would bankrupt the country. When you short buy stocks go up, you are on the hook for the difference.
Right. That's correct. However, Scott Bessent will be playing with United States Treasury funds. So I mean, he'll have a big enough piggy bank to do that, and that's his trading style anyway. He made a bunch of money shorting the United Kingdom, £3 sterling. Made a bunch of money shorting the Japanese yen. He's a great trader. I'll give him that. He's a hedge fund guy.
But if you had because I know that you trade also, but how risky is this?
Like, would I do it?
Yeah,
No.
would you do it if you were the treasurer?
No, it's probably it's higher. It's a higher risk tolerance than I would assume.
Okay, would you say you're pretty conservative when it comes to your trading though?
No, not at all.
I forgot who the fuck I was talking to. You ain't no darn going conservative about nothing.
Yeah, no, I have a very high risk tolerance, and that's too high for me.
Dude, you wake up every single day and say, "Fuck it, we ball."
Pretty much.
I forgot who I was talking to. Ooh, I gotta text you too to see what you're gonna be doing in May. I know what you're gonna be doing at the end of May, and I think I know what you're gonna be doing at the beginning. I need to know what you're gonna be doing in the middle. There's that.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll text you. Okay, I'm reading about this. It says the Exchange Stabilization Fund. It's created by the Gold Reserve Act of 1934. It is uniquely powerful because it operates under the direct control of the Treasury Secretary with minimal congressional oversight. So he basically can do whatever he wants to do with this money.
Right.
Traditionally, the ESF, again, guys, that's the Exchange Stabilization Fund. Is used to stabilize the U.S. dollar by buying or selling foreign currencies. All right, and
most recently the Argentina thing.
Exactly, the pesos. Yep. And let's see here. It says to use it for oil. Besant's team reportedly argued that energy prices are so inextricably, I can't say that word right now, linked to the exchange value of the dollar that suppressing oil prices falls under the fund's mandate to stabilize the economy. Inextricably. Okay, I'm gonna get that word right because I know I can say it. Damn. Hold on, give me a moment. I'm on a mission. Huh. Gee, what do you mean by that? I can't do conspiracy theories right now, guys. I'm hungry. Okay, let me see here.
Ditto.
So the notion that G is talking about was that the idea was that they're trying to prop the markets up through America's 250th birthday. But it's not looking so good right now.
This is very interesting.
Forgot that was this year.
Yeah. Oh, it's this year. And they're gonna celebrate. So do you think
they remember that level? Remember that well, no, I think they're talking about the markets, the financial system, particularly. You remember that? You remember last week when I told you we closed below that important level?
Oh yeah, you did tell me about that last
Yeah,
week. Okay.
we are substantially lower than that now.
What?
Hmm.
Hey, I heard something. I did not look into it, so I don't want to spread misinformation. I'm gonna text you really quick, and if it's true, by all means, please say something about it. If it's not true, then don't worry about it. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Let me see here. Sorry, guys. Is that true? I want to know if that's true or not.
Hmm.
Corey will talk about it if it's true.
I don't believe so.
Cause I was like, that's a lot of goddamn money.
Maybe a month, definitely not a week.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. And then like let me see. I'm looking into it right now. Holy shit. No, you're right. No, it is a week. It is a week. So this is per CBO, so the Congressional Budget Office data reported by Fortune. All right. It says that the US has been borrowing roughly $50 billion per
Oh,
week over the
yep.
past 5 months as of
Yeah.
this month.
Who's still loaning us money?
That's what I want to know. Who is still giving us money? Who the hell? I'm gonna.
Yeah, I had reported on that a few days ago. Yeah.
Whoa.
Well, then they also
Tell us
have
more,
a
Jaden.
really
Go ahead, Corey and
Um.
Jaden. Hold on one moment. Go ahead,
well,
Corey,
Yeah.
so
and then Jaden.
they also have a really nifty thing that they're trying to do with our debt. Like the reason he's pushing so hard to get interest rates down, and why there's a push for crypto, and why they want a United States crypto coin,
Mm-hmm.
is they're trying to devalue our debt.
Hmm.
So they're trying to wreck the currency everywhere else, devalue our debt, and then pay it down for essentially pennies on the dollar.
What does that look like for us as like taxpayers, citizens, consumers? What does it look like for us? Like,
Well,
Uh,
the Congressional Budget Office is estimating within the next 10 years about $65 trillion national debt.
Jesus
That seems to be the
fucking.
latest forecast in the next 10 years. Right now, it's nearing 38.9 trillion.
Yes.
So we're on track to nearly doubling that.
Oh my gosh. All right, I'm gonna put this up here.
and so what that looks like for us is the dollar gets weaker, and that going into stagflation doesn't look good. It's not gonna be a fun time.
Okay, well, I'm reading the what is it? So maybe we don't have to be concerned because this is from the CBO's official report. Okay, so the CBO says that the federal budget deficit totaled 1 trillion in the first 5 months of the fiscal year 2026. The
Hmm.
Congressional Budget Office estimates the amount is $142 billion less than the deficit recorded during the same period last fiscal year. All right, revenues rose by 206 billion or 11%, and outlays were 64 billion or 2% higher. So maybe it's not such a bad thing. Maybe this is the norm. And because then it sounds like maybe we were borrowing more last year. No, we weren't borrowing more last year. The reason why it would seem like less is because of the tariffs. They haven't seen the impact of the countries not paying the tariffs, though. Y'all remember that?
Yep.
Congress said that it was not
And it's
Congress,
still
the
up in the air with
Supreme
the
Court.
Supreme Court as to whether or not we'll be paying back the tariffs as it
That part
stands.
too. Yep. And so we don't know if those companies are going to get a refund or not. So that's another
Yeah.
thing that we have to worry about. And that's going to be quite a bit of money there if that happens.
Yeah, I think it's about $300 billion plus interest.
Let me see here. Oh, let's keep reading because there's always something. This is always an accounting trick. That's why we have to keep reading. It's very important. So it also says outlays. I'll bring it on the screen for everyone to see. I forget to do that sometimes. I love studio fun. Corey, you're a mod. You can check to see who's in the request, please. Apply. Okay, and then I will try to make it bigger.
Hi, sister. How are you, sister? Please,
Oh, it's
I'm
one of these
fine.
accounts that've been everywhere
5 minutes,
today.
please.
Hey, love.
5 minutes.
I'm gonna have to let you down, but thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a great night. Okay, guys, chat. I just want to let you know I'm not being mean. All right, it's just that I have to let people that are verified be able to come up and that we can show the love to, like Simhar. Simhar is verified. We can send her. And also, is one gentleman, I know his profile when I see it. He's verified. Okay, so there's that. All right, don't think that I'm being mean. It's just we have to make sure the people are verified. Okay, so this paragraph that I'm highlighting here, and I'll try to make it bigger for us to see because it's kind of tiny. All right, let me see if this will work here. Boom, boom, boom. And I'll scoot this over. Okay, so it says outlies in the first 5 months of each year were boosted by shifts of certain payments that otherwise would have been due on March 1st, which fell on a weekend both years. If not for those shifts, the deficit thus far would have been 919 billion, 144 billion less than the shortfall for the same period in fiscal year 2025. So again, they just got to pay the bills a little bit earlier. That's all. So, I gotta do math. Actual.
Says total receipts up 11% in fiscal year 2026.
Yeah.
Total 2.6 trillion in the first 5 months.
But $1 trillion in the first 5 months?
These estimates?
This is their monthly.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm thinking, yeah, fiscal year. That's after September. So okay.
Yeah, it runs September September 30th through.
I'm tired.
Sorry,
Yeah.
October 1st through September 30th. So it's fine. I ain't gonna hold y'all. No one is calling in, and then also like no one is requesting up. All right, it has 889 people are here. I have concluded I won. I beat all the Trump supporters. That's all there is to it. I beat them all. All right. Shout out to me. All right. Can we do this thing where we try to clear out the gift goal? I don't know. Somebody want to do it?
I think that's valid.
Try to clear it out. I don't know.
Is it 22? What is that? What is that thing?
Those are
dinosaur.
Tiny trikes.
Yeah, let's do it.
Auntie.
Dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs rawr on a bicycle.
I'll keep them entertained.
We love dinosaurs. We love fossil fuel, by the way. Those are technically dinosaurs. Okay. We're going to drill, baby, drill while we kill, baby, kill. But let me tell you, we're having a fabulous time. We're doing a tremendous job, and everybody's so happy with me. Isn't that? Look at that dinosaur on a bike.
Rawr.
Joe Biden couldn't ride a bike. He couldn't do that. He would fall off. I myself cannot ride a bike, but that's because of my center of gravity exists in my ass. But it's fabulous. We're getting so many dinosaurs. We're creating so much traffic with these dinosaur bikes. It's fabulous.
It's so funny. Like, how do you get that voice to be so good? Like, my God.
Absolutely. Listen, I gotta take a lot of things that are not legal in this country to do this voice. But let me tell you, it's fabulous. I'm kidding, but it's absolutely beautiful. Okay, everybody's having a wonderful time with this. The accomplishments we've got going on. You know, it's just. It's like an operation. It's like a breast implant operation. You're gonna feel the pain for a little bit, and then you'll feel nice and sexy afterwards. That's what we're going through with these gas prices. That's the implants, and then we're gonna feel hot and sexy. The hottest economy. We're gonna feel that again.
No.
Absolutely, it is so true. You don't understand what you're talking about.
I know everything. I just want to let you know that, by the way.
Wrong. What am I thinking right now?
You are thinking about a Big Mac and some French fries from McDonald's, and you're also thinking about that whatever the hell that is on your neck?
First of all, it's called syphilis. And secondly, you're wrong. Excuse me. It's a fish fillet, not a Big Mac. It's
Oh,
a
you
fish
like fish
fillet.
fillets. Oh, you
I love
are
it. I eat 3 of
strange.
those per night. It's tremendous.
Oh
Okay,
yeah, you're
it's
definitely
keeping
strange.
me healthy. We're keeping so healthy. We just developed a new food pyramid with RF Kennedy. Okay, I call him Crypt Keeper Kennedy. But we're developing a new plan. We're saying every American with a glass of whole milk, you're gonna have yourself a nice raw bear claw. And I don't mean the drink, I mean an actual bear claw, which you can find in Central Park. RFK can provide you with one. It's tremendous. It's high in protein, believe it or not, and lots of people love it.
Are you sure about that?
I'm absolutely sure. Okay, I think a lot of people are telling me. They say, "Sir, these bear claws are so delicious. I've never felt healthier," and
Thank you,
that's
Taylor
what we're
Swift.
gonna have.
Oh my gosh. No.
It's tremendous, isn't it?
Yeah. Nah. No. Hey, I also have a question for you. Why do you lean forward like that? And like, why your booty so heavy?
I'm asserting dominance. Let me tell you, I personally spoke with Nicki Minaj, my most favorite black, and she told me
Bruh.
that my ass is actually fatter than hers, if you could believe it, and mine's all natural. So I think it's a power play, in the baboon community. The fatter the ass, the more respect they get, and I think we're practically baboons if you think about it. I think I'm commanding respect with the size of my backside. Do you understand that?
Since we're talking about your backside, Mr. President, do you care to comment on your alleged incontinence?
First of all, you want to talk about shitty. I think a lot of people being very shitty towards what's happening in the world right now. They're being so horrible. You want to talk about what's coming out of my ass? Let's talk about what's coming out of these people's mouths these days. Look at what they said about the Melania movie. They're saying such nasty shit, awful, nasty, horrible things, and it's so horrible in this country.
Bruh. Hey, how come your
It's
wife doesn't
true.
like you?
She loves me. She absolutely loves me. Okay, let me tell you, at my inauguration, when she held that heavy old dusty book that I forgot to touch, she was looking at me so happily. She wore her favorite boner proof hat that day. It was tremendous.
Bruh.
It's true.
It is? Are you
It
sure
is
about that?
absolutely true. Let me tell you, that night we had some of the best handshakes we've ever had. I haven't shaken her hand like that since the day I bought her, and it was so romantic.
Did you just say the day you bought her?
Listen, we've got a guest in here. Let's talk to our guest. Wouldn't that be fabulous?
Oh my
Hello?
gosh. Hi, Dot. Are you a Trump supporter or did you come to talk to Trump?
How do you leave?
It's okay.
I think
let
she
you
was
down,
onto
baby.
something.
I let you
I
down.
think she was about to make a great point.
No, I let that baby down. they were like, no.
It's
get
so
out of here.
sad.
It's fair enough.
So nasty.
Got you out of here, Dot. It's okay. All right. Yeah. What? See, Holly, I think, has a question for you. We'll see what happens.
Tremendous.
Good evening, Daddy Dopey Pants.
What the fuck did you just call me?
You heard me.
First of all, that's dear leader to you.
Is it true that you forgot who Stephen Miller was and thought he was Nosferantos?
Bruh.
You a big listen. This is the radical left, okay, the tolerant left. You claim to be against body shaming, and you come in here and you insult my secretary here, my good friend, just because he looks like a light bulb full of piss. Doesn't mean you need to come in here and insult his appearance like that. That's so unprofessional. That's so nasty, and you should be ashamed of yourself. They should censor you for that one.
My sincerest apologies, Taco Tits.
Bruh.
Excuse me.
All right. See, Holly?
Okay.
That was funny. I'm gonna let you down though. God, I don't know what can be said sometimes on this app. All right, tap.
I have
the screen,
their
y'all.
D
Tap the
cups.
screen. Not their D cups. They really they're D's.
They're tremendous.
I'm not jealous or anything.
If I was a woman, I'd do me. That's all I'll say. Hello, who do we have here?
You'd also do your daughter.
Hello.
That's besides the point.
Okay.
Hello?
Donald Trump, I have a question for you.
Absolutely.
So, if there was a guy who really liked another guy, but the guy was dating a girl. Do you think it's right for the guy who's dating the other girl to crack the guy who likes him?
I don't know. You'd have to ask Jared Kushner. He's got experience. But let me tell you, there's a lot of things about that. Gays love me. Gays for Trump. We got a lot of people in there. Remember George Santos? Wasn't he tremendous? But, you know, it's a really tough situation. You're going to have to talk to Kushner. I'm sorry. How
Because
old are you?
I'm confused.
How old are
because
you? Excuse me.
Sorry,
How old are you?
I'm 12.
That's too old for me. I'm sorry.
Get out,
You'll
bro.
have to leave.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I thought it was a child. I said, is that Bubba? I'm just kidding.
So nasty.
Bubba doesn't have TikTok. He can't. He's not allowed. Hey, Auntie Bugsby.
Hi.
Hey, love.
Hi, Mr. Trump. How are you?
Absolutely. Hello.
Yes, I have a quick question for you.
Go ahead. 6'9",
which-
if that's the question.
Sure. What brand of diaper do you use?
It depends, but let me tell you, we have the cleanest ass, one of the best
And-
asses in the history of asses from the standpoint of water. Look at we have the radical left, Johnny Palmer, whatever his name is. He's gonna come in here. He's gonna slander me.
And
No,
the
I'm being
other
so
question-
nice.
Listen here,
Hi,
Johnny
Johnny.
Palmtree. I've seen you. I saw you. I side-eyed you at the State of the Union. I saw you mouth the word motherfucker when I was on that stage, and I couldn't say it back because I was in front of everybody. But just for that, I'm going to shoot 6 more tonsil stones directly at you the next State of the Union speech I have.
Wait, did he say tonsil stones?
Yes, he did.
Absolutely.
He
I
did.
could shoot some kidney stones, but you wouldn't want to see that. Listen.
Oh, that's crazy.
you
I
were
wish it
so
was a
nasty.
gravestone.
You've been so nasty.
And my last question is, when is the WAR going to end?
It's already
And
over.
is Barron going?
I can
Sorry.
feel it
And
in
is
my
Barron
bone
going?
spurs. It's practically over. Okay.
And what about
Barry,
Barron?
he inherited my bone spur deficiency, so he's not eligible to go,
That's
unfortunately.
crazy.
It's true. It's hereditary. It runs in the family.
I thought he was a physical specimen. Okay.
Not
Have a
running
good
by
night.
literally. I mean, the bone spurs prevent that. But yes, it runs in our genes.
That's wicked. That's wicked.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have a
It's
good
true.
night.
Thanks for coming up,
Absolutely.
Auntie.
Thank you. Listen, Johnny Pamalama Ding Dong, what do you got for me
What's
today?
up?
Bruh.
No, just
So
hanging out,
aggressive.
just chilling, just vibing, thriving, aliving.
I know that's right.
We're having an absolutely tremendous time, aren't we? Aren't you enjoying the state of my presidency?
Yeah, I mean, it's been great. The rising costs, rising debt, rising unemployment. You know, nothing better than waking up and saying time to get a job and then looking at the jobs market and saying JK.
You gotta feel the burn.
Just
You just
kidding.
gotta feel the
LOL,
burn.
smiley face.
Okay.
Feel the
You gotta feel the
burn is
burn,
what he said
Johnny.
as the forest fire spread.
Listen, you gotta feel the burn before the cool. I feel a burn every morning, and that's why I take a medication for that when I urinate. But let me tell you, that's another story. We're the hottest economy. We're absolutely the hottest. We're the thickest economy from the standpoint of jobs.
Yeah,
We're
thickest is
absolutely
crazy.
winning, baby, winning.
Hey guys, I'm sorry to interrupt. I have to go get food because it's on the porch. But my mod is here.
Tremendous.
Corey is here. He's a mod. He has the access just in case anything weird happens.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
don't want a
Corey, you still with us?
babysitter.
I'm walking there and then I'm
Why
coming
do
right
we
back.
always have to deal with a babysitter?
Because I be doing stuff. Hey, Sports Edits, are you a Trump supporter?
Well, first of all, I just wanted to say Jaden has a horrible impression. He's impersonating
have
me.
fun.
That is the nastiest,
Fraud,
excuse
we're
me.
nasty
First of all, Guantanamo Bay for you right there. That was such horrible.
Isn't it right?
That was so nasty. You're one of the worst, one of the weakest
very
that I've
nasty.
ever
I'll send you
seen.
to
Look at
Johnny
this
right
guy.
now.
This guy doesn't.
I swear to God, if
It's
this
so
continues,
sad.
I'm going to have an
Listen,
abortion. and
Listen,
I'm gonna do it
I'm
myself.
president
This
of the
is
United
terrible.
States, and let me tell you, I'm on top of my game right now. You don't know
I
what you're
hate
doing.
everything
You have
about
no
this.
idea.
This is a nasty Democrat, radical left.
Listening to a Donald Trump out of my right and left ear makes me want to have a self-abortion. This is disgusting.
Well, listen, this guy is totally nasty, okay? He's horrible, frankly. You're lucky you could hear out of both ears. I've still got that ringing from Butler, Pennsylvania. Thank you very much.
Oh Lord.
But this guy is so nasty. He's so
This guy's a
unprofessional. He's a
lightweight.
fraud. This guy, he's probably, we don't know. He could be ISIS. He could be a gang member. We look at that. He's
Wow.
laughing at that. I never laugh. That's how you know that's the fake Donald.
Lying like a dog.
All right, are you two
Lying
gonna
like a
smash or
dog.
what? Because honestly, Donald Trump smashing himself is definitely hands down expected. So are y'all getting it on or what? Because we're just waiting for it
I
at this
mean,
point.
$20 is $20. Okay, I'm
That's
not saying I
crazy.
wouldn't.
This guy
It's
is
not.
impersonating
Listen,
me.
it's
I wanna
not
file a
technically
lawsuit
gay if you're
immediately.
doing yourself, right?
That's wild. That's wild right there,
What
dang.
is
I'm
happening?
just asking. I'm
This
asking
guy's
for a
committing
friend.
fraud. He's
Okay.
impersonating me.
Erica, they started touching each other.
That is false.
I said,
Okay.
Like the
Answer
Donald
yourself.
Trumps literally started
He's
touching each
lying.
other.
He's
I
lying
don't
like
want
a
to be here
dog.
anymore. Erica, why am I sandwiched in between this?
I
Like,
don't
can we
know,
like move me to
excuse
a
me.
different spot? I don't want
Excuse
this
me.
anymore.
What
This
Johnny? I'm
Johnny
so
person,
sorry.
he's
I can't
lying
believe
like
it.
a
don't
dog. He's
feel
lying like a
safe.
dog
No,
after a
the
visit
DMs
from
are
Christy
really
Nome.
Erica,
happening, and I'm hungry.
why?
But I am gonna drop you, Sports Ed. It's nice to have you here. I thought you were Z-Pack for a moment, but Z-Pack.
China.
Gina, not
What'd you
Gina
order?
in the drop. Gina in the drop
Tremendous.
is weak. It's weird. Sorry. I'm
He's
hungry.
lying like a dog after a
I'm not gonna
visit from
hold
Christy
you.
Nome.
I ordered seafood, so I'm gonna eat.
Like
I
sushi?
Is it a fish
seafood or
fillet?
like salmon?
Yeah,
A tremendous fish fillet.
It's crab.
We love crab. In
Oh.
fact, we spent millions of dollars on crab recently.
Yeah, I bet
Did
you and
see that?
Melania are familiar with them.
Yes.
That is so
Kinda itch.
nasty, Johnny. That was so insulting. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Sorry, I apologize.
I do not
Thank you,
have
Auntie
crabs. It's
Bugsy.
called syphilis.
Oh my gosh. Bruh.
No, that's nasty. That's crazy. Oh my gosh, twins.
We're building herd immunity.
Johnny!
What?
Good grief, that's how rumors get started, bro.
Oh, please. They were already saying it.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. But no, I think I'm gonna go say hi to Dan. I haven't seen Dan like since the last time he went live, and that kind of breaks my heart, right? So I think.
Oh
I'm gonna
yeah,
say hi
Dan
to
Malik.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, he's
Dan's the
live.
best.
He's live
I feel
right
like
now.
I never see him live.
He's live, so I want to go say
He's
hi
live
to Dan.
like
but
late in the
He
evening.
is, and the thing is, like, you have to catch Dan when he goes like live, like immediately, or else Dan will start playing like a Mario game or something. So there's that.
Mhm.
So like,
What coast is he on?
Dan's on Central Time, I think. So
It's pretty
Really?
fucking late, but all right.
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, but that's what I'm about to go do. I can't believe Johnny stopped by and Jaden. Like, oh my gosh, a
I
pleasure.
You know
know.
how
And
it
Hector
be.
was here earlier also. So like, oh my gosh. All right. Some of my favorite people.
I
I'm so
know.
happy. Thank you so much.
We have fun. We have fun.
I literally cannot even focus right now. It's the craziest work. And I really want to, but I think I'm kind of like super excited that I don't have to be anyone's parent for like the next week. My baby's with his dad. I'm like, yeah, let's go. And then I'm also hungry and I'm hyper. I have a lot going on. I'm hungry and I'm hyper.
You should watch something. Like, put something
Yeah,
on.
like Twilight.
No, wrong.
Okay, well, F you too.
Yeah, Johnny, I'm
um,
almost 60 years old. I'm not watching Twilight, but I could
The
watch
Naked
Oh,
Gun
my
movie.
I'm
Want a
gonna
good
watch-
laugh.
The naked.
I'm gonna
Okay,
watch
yeah, if
Dateline.
you like watching box office flops.
I'm gonna
It wasn't a
watch Dateline.
flop. It made back its money.
Oh yeah, and so was Melania, just a box
Dateline.
office hit.
Wrong.
Okay.
It's the highest grossing movie in history.
Mm-hmm.
Dateline, specifically any episode with Keith Morrison narrating. I love Keith Morrison.
Who's that?
What? The disrespect. That
Wait,
was so
am I gonna get
unnecessary.
canceled
Terrible.
for that one? Never mind. Wait, I know who that is. I love them. They're my favorite. But
Lies.
if you could text me separately on, like, you know, who that is.
It's fucking awesome. All right, I gotta make sure I got Dan's name right, because it's is it Dan Malik Politics or just Dan Malik? I gotta make sure. Yep, Dan Malik Politics. There we go. Dan is the man. Politics. Okay, guys, I need you all to do me a huge favor. I need you all to go say hi to my friend Dan Malik Politics. All right, Dan Malik right there. All right, go say hi to him and do all other good things over there. Go say hi to Dan for me, right? And drop those hearts in the chat. And what can I say? You know what? Put in the chat blue hair. He'll get it. Don't worry about it. Just put blue hair. All right, it's on your screen. Go say hi to my friend.
You guys
Dan
are
Malik.
weird.
What?
Blue hair?
Yeah, blue hair. He gets it. It's
You know what? I like you guys. I like how weird you guys are.
It can get
Y'all are
weirder
freaky.
too.
I like it.
Oh my god! No, not that kind. What are we doing, Johnny?
she said it can get weirder too. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's great, Erica. Good for you.
It's true.
Bruh, not that. No, it can't get any weirder. I'm going to sleep. Dan doesn't have redirects.
That's
does he?
crazy.
Nope, Dan doesn't
All
have
right.
his redirects on. So yeah. All right, guys. Don't beat me there. No, wait. Don't meet me there. Beat me there. All right, awesome. So go do that. Go say hi to Dan. All right, his name is on the screen. Dan Malik Politics. All right, go say hi to him. Drop those hearts in the chat. Say blue hair. I promise you he'll understand. It'll take him a moment, but he'll get it. All right, Dan's number should skyrocket because it was over 800 of us in here doing so. So go. I need to see at least half of y'all go over there. And thank you so much. If you time out, if you're not following Jaden, what are you doing? All right, fix it. Follow Jaden. And if you're not following Johnny, then I'm going to pull you to the side and I'm going to politely hold your hand and ask you, what the fuck are you doing? Okay? Make sure you're following both Jaden and Johnny. All right, and Corey is my friend, and Corey is here for the vibes, okay? So with that being said, y'all, go follow them, all right? I'm about to hit the song. If you guys want to stay for the song, you can. I don't mind. I'm
Yeah.
just going to do the outro. Okay, all right, here we go. Someone said that it was too loud earlier, so I'm turning it down some, and hopefully it's not too loud. But
Oh, Karen.
all right, can you guys hear it?
Too quiet.
It's too quiet. You want me to turn it up?
Yeah.
It's kind of quiet. I'm going to be real.
Okay. Is that better?
That's better.
Okay, I hope you all can still hear me. All right. Loves, thank you so very much for joining me here tonight. I want to thank everyone who tapped the screen, who shared the live, who reposted, who sent a gift, who sent a dono, who did all of the good things tonight. Y'all are freaking awesome. Thank you all so very much for hanging out with me here on this Friday night. I didn't know that we would be here just for a good time and not a long time, but I'm happy that we were here. So with that being said, y'all, I leave you with this as I always do. If you can't do something kind for yourselves, please do something kind for someone else. Again, I appreciate each and every last one of you so very much. I love y'all. Go say hi to Dan for me, Dan Malik Politics, all right? And make sure you drop those hearts and blue hair in the chat. With that being said, I will see you all tomorrow. And if you guys want to say with me on the count of 3, deuces out. 1, 2, 3.
Deuces out.
What? Oh my